Right, I'll declare quorum and call meeting to order. Number 2 is prayer.
Yes, Judge Lilly, Commissioners, this is Russell Lamont. He's prayed for here, Commissioners for me. He is the assistant pastor at North Lake Community Church. Russell Lamont, L-E-M-O-N-D. It's on your agenda. Russell, thank you. He's worked all night at security cable, so if he falls asleep during the prayer, y'all share him, jump up. His wife Linda here.
Russell, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning, Lord, and we just thank you, Lord, for this day that you've given each and every one of us. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Let us not take this day for granted, Lord. But we thank you, Lord, for the rain that you've already given us to heal this dry and thirsty land. But we ask you, Lord, for more. So our land might be full of plenty and to protect us, the firefighters and the first responders from all this dry heat and fires, or just actually protect them, keep them safe, keep our law enforcement safe, Lord, and our like I said, our first responders, Lord, we just ask you to watch over them and protect them. We ask you, Lord, to be with our leaders, whoever they may be, from the president all the way down to the church, the courthouse, whoever they may be, Lord. Let them take just a few minutes out of their day, Lord, and listen to your still small voice, and so they may lead us and guide us in the way we all need to go in truth, Lord. We just ask, Lord, just to be with each and every one of us today. We ask, Lord, just to bless this meeting, bless all who attend. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Russell. All right, item number 3 is recognition of special guests. Live audience out there today. Item number 4, citizens' comments. I don't have anyone signed up to speak. Item number 5 is consideration and approval of agenda minutes and budget hearing minutes from August 8th, 2022. Motion, do I have a second? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Larry abstains, he wasn't here. Item number 6, consideration approval of the treasurer auditor's reports. No? Okay, item number 7. Let's see here, 7D, we'll skip down to Judge Smith so we can get back to work. Consideration and possible approval of entering into a consulting contract with Goldsmith Solutions regarding information technology.
Thank you, Judge Lilly, for giving me. We got a busy docket today. Good morning, everyone. As you all know, the Technology Committee is working to figure out a good way through this issue with our IT director position. And we have formed some subcommittees to do that. One of the discussions we've had for quite some time is to find a consultant to help us navigate this process, somebody that understands the IT world. And we think we found somebody to help us. None of us really have any IT expertise, and so we need to have somebody kind of guide us through that process. On Wednesday of last week, myself, Jennifer Broughton, county attorney, and Shane Britton, county judge-elect, met with Sam Goldsmith and another gentleman named Ethan Stiles from Goldsmith Solutions. They're out of Abilene. I think originally Mr. Goldsmith is a Callahan County native, and they basically service small rural counties to do their IT solutions for them. So what we have asked them to do is to consult with us, and that would include starting this Friday. We've got 5 interviews set this Friday to start that process. So they'll be there we're still working out the details of what that would look like, but the conversation at this point is they would effectively conduct the interview with the hiring committee, and Mr. Worley and Mr. Kelton are going to be able to be there with us as well. And then everybody can ask questions as they see fit. And so that's where we are. And so the amount of money that they're requesting for this consulting to help us do that is $7,800. And so that's in the contract that I provided to you. And so we're asking for approval for the county to enter in that today. As a practical matter, if there's any, the district court budget right now is in good shape. We're well under. as we get into the close of the year, and so I'm more than comfortable using funds out of my budget. We don't have anything actually designated for this, we'd have to move it around a little, but there are some areas where we've got plenty of money to do such a thing, we think it's important. Alicia Bird is here from the hiring committee. Josie is on the hiring committee as well. We met Friday morning. And so, and then James Stroop is on the hiring committee from the sheriff's department as well. So that's where we are. So we're seeking approval today to enter into this contract. Because of Friday, the interviews are set. There's a little bit of urgency to it, to get them down, get them lined out and ready to go.
Well, these folks, you said they might work in small counties, so they're familiar with innovation with like net data or.
They know NetData and Tyler and all of the LGS, they know them all very well. The way that I learned about this company is Mills County just entered into an agreement with them. And so, because Mills is the other county in my district, I'm learning about them and wanting to meet them. That's kind of how this all came to be.
If we, what do I tell the other companies in the area that would likely call me and say they want given an opportunity to submit?
So they need to submit.
Well, how do they know? If we contact them and,
Well, there's an opening. I mean, there's an
no,
IT
we're
director.
gonna, for consultant,
How
we
did
contact them.
that?
Yeah, I know it doesn't have to be, I'm asking,
You do not have to advertise for consultants.
that's not what I asked. I asked, yeah, have we contacted any of the others to see if they can offer a better price or?
Well, we've got Apollo who's providing our service now. Legacy has submitted a proposal to be the actual IT
Right.
provider. And so to have them consult with us didn't really, I mean, they're probably going to be considered. And so to have them consult with us didn't quite, we didn't approach it that way.
May I clarify, you're asking though about the actual opening position?
No, I'm asking, if my phone should ring later this week from other companies from Abilene and in the area saying, hey, I didn't know that y'all were looking for a consultant to help you hire somebody. I know we're not required by law, I'm just asking, did we
I'd
contact?
be more than happy to talk to them. You're more than happy to give them my phone number.
I think consultant. Consultant. It's not like you're advertising.
All this is just to show that applicants.
I'm in favor of what you're doing here. I think-
I'm not saying I'm against it, I'm just asking, did we
Well,
try and get the best bang for our buck?
And hindsight's always 20/20. We've got 5 interviews set for Friday. And so one of the interviewees is an employee of Apollo. We've got a proposal that was sent in by Legacy IT that we need to get something set up on that too. So
I do have a question. So Goldsmith, are they familiar with everything we've got? They kind of looked over, they know our system, what we've got.
they know
Nature
preliminary.
of our computer.
Preliminary. There's another aspect of this where they do an assessment, like a county assessment. So we're going to be, depending on how the consulting process goes with them, we may be asking them to do some kind of an assessment as well, but that's not what
We're
we're
gonna
going
get an assessment before we do the hiring.
I mean, we can push those interviews back if we need.
We can go and do the interview, but you probably want to do an assessment before we start making selections.
I think the interviews are ready to go. We've been planning for them and preparing for them. We like to keep them scheduled. People are coming in from out of town. So that's where we are.
You didn't promise to make a decision on it.
That's correct.
Yeah, so I mean, you can take, go and do your interviews. and then-
That's right. So the general idea is these initial interviews, we just set aside an hour at a time. And then if there's a candidate or two out of that we feel like could potentially, with the qualifications, we're gonna bring them back. Have a much more thorough, look. And, at that point, because right now it's the hiring subcommittee that is doing the work. But they need to meet everybody. They need to meet the entire technology committee, the clerks, the JPs, and everybody else is part of the group.
And if we approve these guys, they need time to get an overlook of the whole system, I guess.
Right, and they think they can do that in about 30 to 45 days. So this isn't a long drawn out process.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Has the application process closed yet?
The committee's in charge of that.
No. It's as you see today, I think there's an ad on the county website. We've got ads in Austin American Statesman, Fort Worth Star Telegram, the TAC website, I believe, has an ad opening. But as, I think we've had 5 total applications.
You all set a date to close it yet?
No.
Just asking.
No, we've not set any dates. Everything is open-ended right now. As
You
you all
told me
know.
until fifth.
Sure. And as you all know, this is a big decision, so we want to take our time with it. So we're not, if we need to slow down, we certainly can, but we would like to keep the interviews for Friday and get Goldsmith in here to help us understand, more about how to go about this.
Shane? We take, that position will be reporting to you after the first year. What are your thoughts?
I agree with what Judge Smith's saying, that we need to get that process going. If y'all are concerned, we can reevaluate our process. I don't know what else to add. I mean,
So you think the consultant's a good idea as well?
I do.
Ms. Broughton was in that meeting for a couple of hours Wednesday afternoon, and so she might have some thoughts to add on that.
I think we just, the people that are on the hiring committee aren't,
Yeah.
they're not our IT department. So, I mean, I think that the issue is we don't know what questions to ask. We don't know how to get, we don't want to get taken advantage of by, we don't know enough about IT to be able to interview people for that job. And so, and we don't have an IT person here anymore to help us with that. And so in talking to this group, I mean, I love that they service small counties and they do nothing but county IT work. It's just kind of a different animal than what some other companies might provide. But the main thing about it was just, we kind of asked for some tips on going through this hiring process, and it was just kind of over our head, I thought. And it was like, we really just need y'all to come up with that, because we don't know how to, we have our district judge, interviewing our IT person, and that's because we're missing that role, and we need help with finding our person.
Mills County likes it.
They hired them.
Of that company, yes, or the person or company.
We're making a motion.
Can I ask a question? And I didn't get a chance to look at that contract, I'm sorry. Is it an hourly rate or?
It is, they categorize their services by tiers, and they're projecting a certain amount of hours, and so up to $7,800, it may not get there. I mean, it may go over depending on how things go, but that's where we're starting.
I think you have an excellent idea. Mr. Kelson and the court did the same thing when we were looking at ambulance service, and it was a great help. I think it'd be a great help in this situation, so.
Well, it's animal service, I have some preconceived idea what we needed, but after we had a good consultant, and he enlightened us some things that they thought about. Different areas, need to agree with all of that, we need pitfalls, different things, and so learned a lot. All our answers. Larry was very good.
Just coming out of your budget.
I'm more than happy with that.
That's, I'm prepared to vote for it. I just need to know how we're paying.
I asked for a report, as recently as a couple weeks ago, where the district court is, and we're well under. We've got plenty of money to use out of that budget right now.
Well, we've also got the salary that we're saving. I don't know how much we're able to use or follow, but we're not paying an IT director.
And I brought this up last week, we've saved the county about $30,000 a year by switching from Westlaw to Lexus, so we're working hard to be cost conscious as well. And so, and I would just add, what you're saying about the EMS consultant, on Wednesday, we were enlightened as to all kinds of issues about IT, things we don't know about, including, being vulnerable to ransomware attacks and security issues, all of that. And so that's not what I went to law school. I didn't go to IT school. And so we need some people who can tell us.
Nor did any of us.
Yeah, it's, a little bit of knowledge isn't gonna hurt. And at the end of this, if we all decide we don't really, maybe who knows? I just think we need to ask. You get the information. So that's where we are at this point. We want to make a good decision for the county.
You had a motion.
I still like motion to allow the Golden State consulting service. Now he's like $7,800, up to $7,800, and they pay that.
It'll be fine.
What fund is it?
Well, we could call it any number of things. We've got some line items in there.
Professional services in undepartmental, we can take that.
Are they gonna submit a contract?
That's the one that I passed around.
So we need to know that we're approving this contract, and does it have an end date?
It could end when I think either side can give 30 days notice. And so it's something that, it's not a long-term commitment, anything like that. So I think we'll know fairly quickly if this is useful for us.
Have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Further discussion?
Who gets to sign the contract? You gotta go to clarify that.
I'm assuming that's my office.
You don't allow Judge Smith to sign the contract.
I'm okay with it. You're
Okay.
chairing the IT committee.
That'll be fine.
Can I add that to my motion? Allow him to sign the contract?
I think that's,
I'll make sure the contract's in good shape and I'll talk with Jennifer, Rodney. I'll sign it. If the commissioners approve, we'll go from there.
it's an amended motion, you still second, Gary?
Yes.
All right, further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you all very much. We'll report back to you promptly on how this is going.
Steady, okay.
Okay, so you did put it in.
All right, item number 7A is Commissioner Kelton, consideration of possible approval of action regarding burn ban.
I would recommend that we burn ban on, no action.
I'm in favor of staying in place.
Not quite.
That's what we're discussing, the burn ban. The current burn ban runs out next Tuesday. I think next Monday is a called meeting, correct? We should revisit it.
It's not even that long.
I've got the renewal here. So we'll take, is everybody okay with no action, leaving the burn ban in place? All right. 7B is also Commissioner Kelton, consideration of possible action approval regarding financing of new equipment.
Okay, a couple of weeks ago, we approved the trade-in and purchase of another Caterpillar rotator blade. We were still trying to find the best financing option. Chelsea's been working on that. Time Guard is a good partner, they were 3 years ago.
Okay, we've got three options. And I believe Jennifer presented y'all with the Texas Bank option of 3.58. That was a variable rate, so she wasn't comfortable with that. So I have two other, American National Leasing at 4.35 and First National Bank at 4.16. So,
Financial bank.
and, I believe they're both in Weatherford. Yes, in that area, the Metroplex area. So we're looking at, savings between the two of $1,562 a year. First National Bank.
It's the best.
Mhm.
Okay, so what were the amounts we did the trade-in and all
I'm
that?
sorry, you did the purchase of the new motor grader is 267.22. You have a trade-in of 142,000. No, move that back. You have a payout of 120,000. With a trade-in of 142, so the total purchase price is 238,722.
That's the recommendation I would put it to be a refinance purchase of that blade through First National Bank.
I believe that's what it was.
I call our local loan bank, Citizen Bank, Citizen National.
We did. I mean, we can wait and another week if you want to, and I can make some more calls. I was actually waiting for another call from,
Think we should wait a week.
yeah, because I was waiting for another call and I didn't
Okay,
get
well,
it.
I'll just move past on this until we get more. I know that, like I said, the first one, our hospital had a variable rate that was not.
Yeah.
You know, I remember a year ago.
I will check, I will check with you.
Okay. Fine, then I'll pass on that. Next week, we'll put it back on the agenda again.
So, item number 7C is in Charles is, Honorable Jennifer Broadbent, County Attorney, consideration of possible approval of removing, Shane Britton as authorized signature on the, Brown County Trust account with Texas Bank and naming Jennifer Broadbent, as the authorized signature.
Yes, sir, I just need to switch that over. I went to try to make that happen with Texas Bank, and they needed something from the minute saying that you all would approve that to just change, so I can just use that.
Is that the only account at the county attorney's office that Shane's
That's the
signature?
That's the only one that needs a signature on, and it's the hot check funds, it's a trust account, so I need to be able to issue checks to victims, and I can't do it right now.
Is he the only signature,
It's just
or is
him.
it double?
He's the only one on that one. The other accounts are managed by our treasurer.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
I don't do it that often, but I'll make a motion to, change that, switch the names.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Easy peasy. All in favor? I had to read the way it was written on the account.
We talked about that all.
All right, item number 8 is consideration approval of payment of any bills as needed. You have them in front.
I was surprised, we're not one thing.
It's just the hot checks. You know what your,
I believe it's about the same. It's the only one.
you know what your balance is.
Or the county attorney.
That's just a pass through. That's,
Trust account.
that's restitution for businesses. So it comes, whatever comes in should go out.
So.
It's in good shape though, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't, shouldn't really have a balance.
No, it shouldn't. I mean, it's every penny that's collected should turn around and be dispersed.
I haven't written a check in longer than I can remember.
Well, there aren't many. There are very few checks written.
Jared, you feel better?
Yes.
Trying to see here.
Okay, be back.
I'm gonna bill out on these things.
Yeah.
So see, I turned in a bill for a part for the chipper for the years, but I had made it on my county credit card. So within a prosperity account, I don't see it.
I have not.
Shouldn't have been prosperity.
I'll make sure when I get everything.
That one, I think so, there was one more one more bill in there. And wrote budget, part of, you know, about part two different places, there was one thing there from Premier, and there was gonna be one other, which is machine shop work, things on, in rebuild part, we paid us Pike County Credit Card, Prosperity Bank, she said they had processed. So that'll be the last one on that. There were 3 active cases.
Well, I've seen it, I can't, yeah, that would go last week.
So I was gonna let you know what's going on. Sure, we not share, but so we can get processed. I'm ready to pay the bills. I'll make a motion to pay the bills as reviewed by the auditor.
Motion and second to pay the bills. Any further discussion? All in favor? Carries unanimous. Item number 9 is commissioners' comments. Chief, you have anything?
Blanket and Maine Fire Department did mutual aid for a fire in, Comanche County last, I believe it was Saturday. We've had quite a few small fires, but nothing major.
That was 189.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm good.
We're still looking into maybe, we talked about maybe a fire rescue boat for the Portland area. Still looking for some ideas for that. I'll talk to him about that.
A little bit.
He's supposed to maybe try to find things, give it a number of Gary's got one on the government. I don't know if it's one that's what they need or not. We'll get some numbers, I'll pitch it at y'all again.
All right, then, let's see, we're meeting next week, the 22nd, we'll be back again. Right after this meeting, we have a budget workshop. Anyone wants to hang around for that? If there's no other business on this agenda, I'll declare us adjourned. You don't need a time to break, or you want to go straight into the budget?